Ibadan Explosion. We didn't know someone was storing explosive. Estate Secretary Ogini Recounts. Oyo State Government orders evacuation of homes within 250 meters of blast. The explosion that rocked Bodija area of Ibadan on Tuesday, 16th of January 2024 has left a number of persons homeless, some injured, and so far 3 deaths. According to Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, preliminary investigations have traced this blast to the storage of explosives by illegal miners at a house on Dejo Oyelese Street, Bodija. So far, ongoing rescue operations carried out by the security agencies, first responders, emergency services, and all other relevant agencies have rescued about 80 victims, with almost 60 of them treated in private and teaching hospitals like the University Teaching Hospital UCH. However, 3 persons have been recorded dead. So far, question yet unanswered is that identity of the mining company and persons who negligently stored mining explosive in the house. Reporters spoke with a resident of Dejo Oyelese Street, who is also the secretary to the Landlord Association, and he gives his first-hand account on how the explosion started, felt, and a hint on the personality of the miners that store explosives which wreak havoc on their homes. How explosion started. There was an explosion yesterday night at about 7:30 yesterday night. I was watching football match in my sitting room. All of a sudden I heard a big bang. I knew there was an explosion. I thought the world has come to an end. Everywhere became suddenly dark and quiet. After a few minutes, I heard my wife calling me from the bedroom because I was in the sitting room. There was blood on her toes because the ceiling had shattered and injured her toes. We ran out because everywhere was very dark. There was no light, maybe due to the explosion. I had to take her to a nearby hospital to treat her leg. From the hospital, we went to my mother-in-law's house where we passed the night. We came back this morning at about 7:15 a.m. It was difficult to come into the neighborhood because there were so many people at the gate. But because I was the general secretary, I was allowed to come in with my wife. Immediately, we drove straight to where this event happened. It was when we got there that I met some of the residents in the neighborhood who gave me the information that one of the residents, a miner, was storing explosive in his apartment. At about 7:20, there was a fire outbreak in that house. It was a fire outbreak that extended to the explosion of the explosives. From there, we could see that most of the houses in the neighborhood had their roof caving. The ceiling shattered. Some had to pack out because the house had become a set of rubble. So many people from everywhere came to see what happened in the neighborhood. We did not know in the neighborhood that somebody was storing explosive. We knew it was an explosion. I even thought it was a bomb because it was a very loud bang. The whole neighborhood was in total darkness. The air was polluted. None could breathe properly. We have an association that holds meeting every last Saturday of the month to discuss the affairs of the estate. We are professionals. It is a well-organized estate. People living in that street have been law-abiding people. This particular man that owns the house where the explosives are kept is not always around. I suspect he must have gone to wherever they do their mining. It is the wife that we always see at the meeting. He comes by himself occasionally. We don't even know he was storing explosives in his apartment. It was when the whole thing happened that we discovered he has a wife. I don't know details about his daily life, but he's not in Nigeria. We call him Alhaji Kamara. He's not always around, and I'm sure he was not around. I'm not sure his wife was around, but the whole place is level to the ground. The girls' hostel was also badly affected. A lot of persons were seriously affected. Neighborhood areas were affected. As far as Omiadeo, Apata, Ring Road felt the impact of the explosion. Rules about tenancy. The rules for new tenants is that you have to register with registrar of the estate. We have names and numbers of everybody in the estate. We have 11 members of the Estate Association Executive. We take the name where you live and handed pamphlet of the rules and regulation of the estate, and also payment of your security dues. The only surprising thing is that we never imagined that anyone would be storing explosive in the house. It is shocking. The security secretary, the house of the chairman, were seriously affected. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, on Wednesday launched a special intervention squad to combat activities of insecurity and rising kidnapping, ravaging havoc in some parts of the nation's Federal Capital Territory. Speaking while performing the official flag off of the special squad at the force headquarters, Abuja, the IGP, who expressed deep concern over the unfortunate events in Abuja in the recent time, pointed out that with the launch of SIS, similar initiative will soon be replicated in states neighboring the FCT to effectively combat criminal incursion, ultimately extending to all states of the Federation. IGB said that the Special Intervention Squad (SIS) stands as a testament to our rejection of criminality in all forms. It is a declaration of our commitment to reclaiming our streets, neighborhoods, and cities from the clutches of lawlessness. According to him, we are mobilizing the entirety of our resources, both human and technological, to ensure the triumph of justice and to provide our citizens the liberty to live without fear for their own safety and that of their loved ones.